Hello everybody, welcome back to Warcraft, Orcs and Humans. So last time we beat the intro level, we got a base established in the Swamp of Sorrows. And now we have to attack the humans. So for this level I know the gold mine's up here, I know the humans are probably going to attack from the south. So we want to group up right away and get a little bit of vision up here. Now the vision have a further vision, especially when they stop. And the AI is very dumb. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have attacked that guy. I think he was just a guard. I don't know if he was gonna come attack me right away. But anyway, we got some vision, so we'll be able to see these guys coming on my mini-map. Okay, now we want to get this guy going on the farm. Oh, it looks like my game is speeding up on me all by itself. Sometimes that happens. Oh, it was on fastest. Let's go down. We can speed it up again if we need to. Yeah, we might have to go up one. This may get annoying a little bit going to the options menu every time. So faster, that's not the maximum speed, but okay. Now, about this game, since we have combat involving such a small number of units, each unit is much more valuable, especially compared to newer games like StarCraft or StarCraft 2. Here we go. Now we can get a barracks costs 500 lumber, so we need one more unit of lumber first. But we'll keep getting gold. 10,000 gold in this mine. Yeah, so experiments see a little farther. We can take advantage of that for sure. Now, a common misconception about this is that the orcs and humans are exactly the same aside from their magic. And that's mostly true, but there are a few differences. For example, the spearmen are the counterpart to the archers in human race. But the spearmen actually do 5 damage with 4 range. The archers do less damage and have a higher range than the spearmen, which make me prefer the spearmen a little bit more. Let's get the barracks going right away. And we're going to need some roads soon too, because you have to build beside a road. That's that primitive. Again, keep in mind this was coming out in 1994, so it competed with things like Doom, Doom 2, Super Nintendo games. So if you think of the graphics of the average Super Nintendo game, that's basically what this is on the level of. So food is good, but we're losing soldiers here. We need to get moving. I don't want to speed these guys out because there we go. And now we need to work on peons. So the AI does seem fairly dumb, I'll admit, but they often attack buildings first when they get into range. So actually I think they attack peons first, and then buildings, and then soldiers. Like if I was up here, the soldier would come up from the south, or the footman. He would just attack the building. He wouldn't go past it for these guys. But if he sees my soldiers and peons equally, I call them soldiers, I know they're grounds. They would go for the peons every time. So in that way they're smart, that they go for the peons. They're smart in that way. And I guess it does make sense going for buildings because that's your victory conditioning. Actually, I think you need to defeat both all units as well to win. Maybe wrong. And here, if I didn't tell this guy to attack, he would just stand there and let his friend die. And what I was about to do is move this guy out of the way, because if I can get him to survive, this guy will chase him over while these two guys are hitting him. So you can actually save your guys with low health and do extra damage. So a lot of micro-management in this game if you really want to be perfect at it. So I'm saving up for a lumber mill right now, which I'm pretty close for. So I'm just going to move this guy over here, wait for this last load of lumber to come in, so I can start getting spearmen. Now I'm kind of rushing it. This is a little bit early for a lumber mill. That's okay. Still a little weak. Yeah, let's get some golds, because I want to get a grunt while that's building. Okay, we need some farms soon as well. Now I may have to break this episode up into a few parts, because these levels do get quite a bit long and tedious. Now my speed is still set to fast. Yeah, it's the second highest speed, so it's still going quite fast. Hopefully I'm not boring you guys too much with this stuff. Okay, I need a farm soon. I know I need a farm. So maybe we'll just go down here and get him ready for that. There we go. Now that we have 4, I can explore a little bit. I did attack my own building there by accident. That was a bit of a downside. Okay, 300 for harm. There we go. F. There we go. Perfect. Can't get another peon yet, but I want to soon. So get your grunts to attack them. Luckily, your spearmen attack whoever's in range. So they're actually much better than the grunts. I'm going to be getting lots of spearmen. But your grunts, you really have to watch. They will not attack to save their friend. If I get these guys all together, I can move up and then hit stop, and my spearman's vision will update, and I'll see a little bit more. I should have done a bit more scouting early on. I'd be able to see these guns coming from further away. There we go. Let's go down here. Harvest some lumber. There we go. Now we can start getting spearmen and the upgrade. Definitely want to do the upgrade. A little bit seems backwards that we get the grunts before the spearmen, but we can't do the grunts upgrade quite yet. That's okay. Spearmen are much better. In some of the bigger battles in this game, it's all about kind of positioning and flanking. Like if you both have lines of soldiers, if you can get a bit of a flank on the other guys, like if you have 4 here and they have 4 here, if you can get a few guys coming around, and their side will die so fast. Okay, watch this guy. Okay, switch to the grunt. I'll move this guy back if he gets low, but I didn't need to. Spearmen on their own are weak, but once you get them grouped up, I mean it's a raised unit, so you can predict what's going to happen. I'm letting my money build up too high. That's actually kind of a bad thing. Uh-oh. Paled orcs approach. Yeah, we call the humans paled orcs in this one. Yeah, we're pushing to my spearmen over here. Bit of a slowdown here. See, one-on-one, the footman beats the spearman every time. Because, again, less health. They attack a bit slower. He's going for the peons now. Luckily, he's going for the ones attacking gold. Okay, and after they get attacked, you do have to send them back to work manually. Okay, I could probably almost beat the game by now. I could have beaten the level by now, I mean. I'm just getting a little bit distracted with these guys. There we go. Let's get do we have enough for the next upgrade? No. That's okay. Let's get another farm. So we're staying ahead of the game. Keep building spearmen. Good. Then the second gold mine is already scouted out. I don't have to worry about that. You always want to keep that in mind. Right, I spent that money on a farm. We may actually be ready to go on a little raid of the enemy camp here. Oop. Looks like I might be freezing a bit. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording here, and this may be the end of an episode, or maybe just the middle of an episode, depending on how long we're going. Okay, I'm not going to make a save in the middle of the level. I'm just going to go with whatever happens. We're right in the middle of level 2. We're trying to secure the land in the Swamp of Sorrows. Okay, move this guy back, move him back. Good, that worked out okay. Maybe we don't want to raid with these guys. They're a little weak. Okay, you have to actually... Okay, move back. There we go. Attack the footman, everyone. You have to shift click to select multiple guys. It's a bit tedious. The base may not even be down here. Let's actually back off. We're getting attacked now. Humans draw near. Okay. Oh, you got stuck down here, didn't you? Back off. Okay. Are you still going? Oh, okay. Well, they both died. That was unsuccessful. Let's get... Actually, we do want 1 or 2 grunts at this point. Eventually, I'm going to be building only spearmen, but when we still have small groups like this, you need a few grunts to take those few hits from the footmen. Otherwise, one footman can come in and tear through a spearman or 2, and that's terrible news. Okay, we got our spear grunt here. Let's get him up. Got second barracks on the way. Farms are good because a bunch of our guys died. We just need gold at this point. Another grunt. Well, grunt is U and not G. That's weird. Oh yeah, because G is the grid. going right away. Don't delay. So our goal's going to come in slower now. We cannot build another town hall, period, full stop. Don't even think about it. As long as I keep on top of this now, building 2 spearmen at a time, now I'm going to be doing good. Of course, they're going to go right for my workers now. Oh, cut them off, cut them off. You get in there. Start harvesting. Oh, he died, okay. I actually lost 2 or 3 peons without rebuilding, so I should probably build a few more to up my gold production. I don't want to take a guy off lumber too much. Maybe keep these guys for defense. Make 1 more peon. Okay, here we go. I feel like the game speeds up when I move away from the town. It slows down when I watch all my peons work. Okay, now I could go straight for the town, but you actually don't just win when you kill all the buildings. I think I mentioned that earlier. Cycle my front line. You absolutely have to kill every enemy unit, every soldier even, not just the buildings to win. So it can be a frustrating map search to win the game, even if you've killed the entire enemy base, all their buildings. If they have even 1 peon at the corner of the map, you're not going to win. Let's send them off to their doom. That might be a bad news idea. Bad news bear. Okay, now I think at this point we can afford to move a guy off lumber. I may regret that later when I go to build farms. Our farms are good so far. Oh, we cleared out a whole camp there. Okay, let's come back to base. I'm expecting to be attacked any minute now. It's been a while.
Your command, master.
Getting a bit of lag. I'm going to pause the recording again. Okay, I think our lag issues have gone down. Whoa, that's a big forest we've cleared out. Okay. Back to it. Let's go for another raid now. We're in level 2 in Swamp of Sorrows. I should build another peon as well. Wait, how much gold is left in here? In newer RTS games, you always want lots of workers, but when they're 400 gold each and you only have 9,000, that sounds like a lot, but you don't want to have your gold mine break, have 10 peons sitting there, and be wishing you had money for soldiers, such as spearmen and axemen. Okay, now this is where it gets a little finicky, moving in with multiple groups. But I feel like this should be enough to take on whatever we find. This is where having the game speed on low will help you out quite a bit. I might turn it down just for the fight. Back to normal. Because that gives you time to say, okay, I'll send the first group in. Then you have that extra few seconds to actually go back and grab your second group and do some micromanaged combat moves. And then also you have time to go back and build some spearmen. Basically gives you time to compensate for the terrible controls in AI. This extra speed. Whereas in a game like Warcraft, you'd have a lot more finesse and control where you could take advantage of those advanced features like selecting multiple guys and control groups. Whereas here, we just have to deal with the awkwardness. Okay, so there's got to be some guys in here. There may not be even an enemy base in this level. It may just be soldiers everywhere. Because it's kind of like another intro level. There's a spearman coming in here, but I have a grunt coming in from below. And I have my rebuild on the game. So my peon's gonna ignore it. I just keep mining. Pretty stubborn though. Okay, let's go to this corner up here and this corner up here. Yeah. Let's clear out the last of the guys. He's pretty much gonna die. He was ignoring. Now, again, remember to tell these guys to harvest after they get attacked. He was ignoring my soldiers just to get the just to get my peons. Now on this level, if you just sit at your base the whole time and just play, eventually you'll just win the game, because what it is in this level. There's a bunch of passive soldiers just standing around the map, and every now and then one of them just decides, hey, I'm gonna go attack now. So it's not like there's an enemy base building units, they're just kind of standing around. So eventually if you just stand still, they'll all come to you one by one, but I'm searching them out. I just want to get this level done. This may be a bit of a boring series for some people who don't appreciate, or maybe I shouldn't say that, but people who don't like this kind of game. Okay, let's turn the speed back up. Options. There we go. Now that we know that there's no big armies left to move. I thought that might be a big route down here, and I wasn't 100% sure about there being a town or not. I'll be honest. Should have done my homework on this game, on these levels. There we go. We got the last guy.
The feel of bone.
Oh, I should have saved.
The humans are
well.
growing strong in
The humans are
Grand
going strong in Grand
An
Hamlet.
outpost will be placed under your dictatorship to use as you see.
Another name of a city that may be familiar to anyone who knows World of Warcraft. But we'll save the game here instead. Level 3. And continue this next time.